Alright, so we're reviewing the new flavors of Built Puff. There's the sour versions. We have the Sweet Peach Punch and the Green Apple Crush. It's 150 calories and 16 grams of protein, so it's a 9.37 on the CTP for both of those. There's a sour meter on them. They're both at the one to the left hand side of the sour. I'm curious if they have like max sour ones, because I'd be really curious to try those out. I'm a big fan of sour candy. I'm also a big fan of Built Puffs in general, though, so I'm really hoping that these kind of live up to the expectations I have for both of them individually, and are kind of something good together. I think to start it off, let's try the Sweet Peach Punch. Okay, I see what they're doing there. So the outside like little gems and stuff, that's where a lot of the sweetness is and a lot of the little sour stuff. Honestly, the sour is not very strong at all, but I do kind of have a fairly high sour tolerance, I guess. So maybe that's just kind of on me. Flavor-wise, the first initial burst is, I think, the best tasting of any of the Built Puff bars in general. There's just like a lot of sweetness on whatever they have on the little like mini gems on the outside. Once you start to get chewing, the flavor does dissolve before you like finish swallowing. But it's still not bad. It's just like it just turns into like kind of a fairly bland, I think like white chocolate, like gummy flavoring. But overall, I'd still say, so that one is one of my top flavors. I'd say that's probably a solid 7.5. So now let's move on to the Green Apple Crush and see how this one is. Pretty much the same thing appearance-wise, just green crystals instead. So let's try this out. I think but that one is really good. I think the like sweetness and the flavor lasts a lot longer with the crystals, which is pretty nice. The flavor is, I think, a little bit better too. Does still kind of dissolve towards the end a little bit. Or I think if it didn't dissolve with like the flavor before you finish swallowing, it'd be like a solid 10 on flavor. But I think just because it does kind of start to meander and fade out, it's gonna have to just stay at like an 8.5. But I mean, overall, they're really good. Macros are pretty alright. I think the only thing with Built Puffs is that you just kind of keep in mind that they are mainly collagen protein. So, like, it's not the best to get in for, like, all of your protein. I wouldn't recommend having more than maybe one, maybe two a day. Counting towards your protein goal, I think any